This is Eminem's podcast, brought to you by
me, Marvy,
and me, Marvel.
Wagwan. Wagwan, Marvel.
I'm good, babes. I'm Gucci. I'm chill.
Period.
Wagwan, Marvy.
I'd say I'm currently fighting for my life because of Mother Nature, but I'm great.
Oh.
The week has been great. How's your week been?
My week was something. I mean, I've been on my grind. I've been on my hustle. So, I worked all week, and this whole flu, because of the whole weather, it finally hit me. It got to me. I tried to, what's the word? Combat it, but nah. I finally gave up Thursday evening on my last shift. And I had to text them that I had to cancel my shift, that I can't work the next day. And then that Friday was horrible, was hell. Friday and yesterday. But today, I feel better. I'm good.
Ah, that's lovely.
So how's your week, Marvy?
My week was very interesting. From school, all the 8 a.m.s are currently boring, but that's about it. Then my weekend, I would say, was quite eventful. Tried matcha for the first time.
Woo!
I know. And it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I don't have a sweet tooth, so I didn't really expect much. But then again, I was like, I figured it to be something I would actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't taste like grass?
No, it didn't taste like grass. It's an acquired taste. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So if you don't like it, then you don't like it. You don't like it. Well, I think it's some healthy shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, babes, you said you haven't been home in over 4 or 5 years now. I want you to talk about where home is for you, your early feelings, excitement, fear, culture shocks, and also moments that defined you, in the very beginning when you got here.
Interesting. It's a beautiful question because I haven't been home in 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, since 2021, I haven't been home.
Oh, it's 4.
Yeah, actually, 4 years actually. Yeah. I would say it's crazy. Crazy because it's the longest I've spent away from home.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a boarding school, so I had to learn a lot of things, but then it wasn't too crazy at the same time because I adjusted pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. What I would say is that I do miss home greatly. I miss the fact that there are certain things I was unable to be present for, certain events. And then the fact that with my little brother, I don't get to watch him grow. That has just been a very painful, scratch on my back. But then I really miss my family. Came here for school, obviously for uni, and thank God it's just been back to back. Is progressing in that area, and that which is the goal. So no distractions whatsoever. Strictly motion, strictly focused on the prize. Period. For culture shocks, I would say the fact that back home in Nigeria, kissing PDA isn't it isn't a common thing, but here it's so common. And I was like, wow, this is so shocking. Even being able to walk on the streets and hold hands with your man, if you're like a boyfriend, as at 15, 14. But I have this understanding that just because it's a thing of culture doesn't mean it's right. Personally, it's just this is what they do here, and that's fine. But to me, I'm not going to normalize it at the end of the day, you get. Because you being the boss and you be seeing some some crazy PDA in the trams, proper making out going on, and I'm just like, yeah, this isn't your bedroom. Yeah. Then I think what I've been keeping up with home would
Hmm.
be food, music, good
Yeah.
sounds. That'll just remind me of home, all of that. What
Yeah.
about you, babes?
For me, home, Nigeria, of course. Um, I mean, I just, the community, like that Nigeria, like we have as like Nigerians and, how we are as just Nigerians. Came here for school. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't supposed to come here. It was like my very last option being in Hungary. I didn't plan it at all. I just showed up here because I had a I had a classmate who was here, and I asked her, "Okay, do they do the course here?" And she said, "Yeah, they do. That I should come." Then I came here, and I was like, "Oh," I was excited when I was coming here because I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm leaving Nigeria. I'm going abroad." Okay, to me, it was still abroad, but I mean, I didn't understand that it wasn't like the United Kingdom, it wasn't like Canada, it wasn't like the US.
Yeah.
Like, the very, 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 very different vibe, very, very different energy coming here. So, I had crazy culture shock. The biggest culture shock for me, the two things that really stood out to me that made me say, what was peop- some people here don't speak English. I never believed that I would go to a place where people can't even don't even know the word please in English.
Mm.
Like, it was crazy for me in the beginning. And another culture shock I had, this might be a very, very funny one, was that they don't eat sweet popcorn.
Oh yeah.
They have cheese, they have salted, they have, what other flavors again these people have? They have
Butter.
butter. Thank you. They have butter. But honestly, they don't eat sweet popcorn. And I was like, what? I remember in the month of April in 2021, because I came here February 2021. I came here April. I was in the aisle in Spa
Mm.
looking for sweet popcorn. And for like a good 25 minutes, I was looking for that popcorn. I didn't see it. I went to ask. Luckily, someone could speak English. And then they told me that, oh, sorry, we don't eat sweet popcorn. I was so
Mm.
flabbergasted. Yes, that's for lack of better words. I was flabbergasted. So that for me has really been something. But all overall, coming here, I was like, okay, I'm going to uni. I'm going to live like uni life. Oh my God. I'm going to be out, going to concerts, traveling. It's Europe, all of that. I felt like, okay, because to me, I feel like now that I'm here, I feel like abroad has level. You get
Mm.
like, I just feel like coming here, being in this space, in this country, it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a truly humbling experience for me. And all in all, I'm grateful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people would give anything to be where I am right now. So
True.
yeah, honestly, I really thank God for it in as much as I feel like it's been a very humbling experience.
Wow. What you said about the popcorn was so true. That was so so true. But then, in all, we give thanks to God because He's amazing. I would say being here. You mentioned something about fears and all. I don't remember having as much fears, but maybe I did, and I just can't remember. But I do know for sure I didn't come with much expectations. It was more like, oh my God, wow, I'm entering uni, and that was just it for me. I was just open to whatever it was and open to figuring myself out, learning myself. Like, mom and dad isn't here, so what am I going to do with all of this
Freedom.
freedom? Yeah. And yeah, I would say it's been a very interesting experience, all in all, TBH. I mean, along the line, if anything comes up, we'll talk about it maybe in
Yeah.
other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like the struggles of being in Hungary. Have you ever felt lonely?
Lonely. I am so lonely. Oh, loneliness. I would say I've experienced loneliness a couple of times, but I mean, that's what adulthood is basically. Up until you find your prince charming or your princess, well, up until
And you
then,
have our
I don't,
friends,
yeah, you
your
have good
friends, yeah.
friends. Yeah, that's something that I should have prayed for back before coming
Oh yeah.
to this place. But before I speak on, having good friends, there's something you said about language barrier, culture
Yeah.
shocks. I totally agree with you on that because I was like, wow, at first, but then it's not an English speaking country when you do your research and everything. I'm sure you're just like, oh, yeah, you're
Yeah, I didn't do
doing
my research
properly. Yeah, you
at
were just
all.
going with the flow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting them to speak English, but that's all. That's by the way. Yeah. Good friends has, helped me navigate loneliness. There's things, yeah, there's this thing where, um, you might be surrounded with people and
Mm-hmm.
still be lonely. That's how
That's
you,
true.
yeah, that's how you know like you're in the wrong crowd. That's how you know that you're dealing with people that don't even like you.
Yeah.
So it takes a couple of new experiences here and there to navigate loneliness.
Yeah.
And then I think it's something one has to deal with from the inside out. If you do feel lonely, you need to ask yourself why. It could be childhood traumas. Like for me, um, growing up as the first child,
Mm-hmm.
eh, I didn't really have my siblings as closely knitted before
Mm-hmm.
because obviously I'm against everything that they want to do. They don't want to wash plates. I want to make sure the home is clean. They just want to watch cartoons.
Yeah.
Just want to go attend their friends' birthdays. And I'm the one that has to sacrifice having to be present for my own friends' birthdays and to
Mm-hmm.
babysit you guys. So it was challenging at first. But then
Mm-hmm.
as I came here and I noticed that okay, Goodness and Trinity are always together. Grace had his best friend, and then there was
Mm-hmm.
just me. So that's how I found out that okay, yeah, I've been kind of dealing with this from back home. It could be different for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know I have Christ, so that's another spiritual contribution. The fact that I have Christ, I'm never lonely. But then I fill up my time, I'm too busy to be lonely. Sometimes it's school. There's As an adult, there's always something you're gonna be doing. So if you're also idle, then you're gonna feel the loneliness times two. It's gonna be more intense. What about you, baby?
For me, yes, I felt very lonely. Especially, I mean, initially I wasn't feeling lonely because I just came here, new experience. I have freedom, can do whatever I like, especially coming from a conservative Christian family like mine. So I
Mm,
felt like I had all the freedom in the world to do whatever, I mean, like whatever I wanted. So that meant a lot to me. And coming here, having all that freedom, navigating that freedom was crazy.
mm,
It was crazy. It's been a very crazy experience, but I mean, I bless God for the wisdom in subsequent years that have passed.
yeah.
Yeah, and handling it. I mean, I remember feeling very, very lonely, especially in 2023, because I felt like 2023 was a year of where I felt like I was greatly misunderstood. I felt
Mm,
so lonely, so bad that I think that was like the first time my mom saw me break down on a call and I was crying.
mm,
And later, like I think 2 months later, she came to visit me and I felt a lot better because I called her telling her that I wanted to leave because
mm,
I will not even lie. Let me just tell you the truth. I don't like hungry. I just feel like it's not the place for me. I feel like it's not where I'm meant to be, genuinely speaking. So I really wanted to leave at that time. But because of like, I had already started schooling. I mean, I was like between my first and my second year because I transferred to another school.
yeah.
She didn't want me to leave. So I had to stay and like more of like stick it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was such a very low point in my life where like I was fighting a lot with like people who I felt like were my friends. I felt
Oh,
like I wasn't understood. I felt like I wasn't liked. Like it was just a lot of things that made me feel lonely. Like so lonely. So it was, I mean, I bless God that I mean I've dealt with that now. I've moved past that and that's like that's something I'm really grateful for. I'm grateful for that experience all in
yeah.
all. Yeah.
I think all of that contributed to who you are as a person right now.
Yeah.
There are just
Yeah.
some experiences that are needed, that have to occur.
Canon events.
Yeah, canon events. Canon events. I really bless God for good friendships as of now, even though it took years, like the
Exactly.
entire 3 years of my life to get to the point which I'm currently at. But
Processes.
yes, but I really bless God for the girls that are currently in my life, in our
Clap
lives. Like, okay, shout out to you guys. Uh, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart if you're listening to this. Yeah, you also said something very powerful about calling your mom at such a low point. That is something that, is very important. That's another way I keep up with home. Yeah, I
Yeah,
notice
call.
you call your parents like a lot. Like that's something I unsincerely I'm like I want to be doing that. I call them often, but I realize that they never call me.
Oh.
They never call. I think it's not an issue where like they're too busy to call, but it's something, they are my parents and I love them. It's nothing deep to me, so I don't mind being the one to
Mm.
call. Sometimes they call, but who calls most? I'll say me, which is my responsibility because I'm not the only child. Either is,
Yeah.
yeah, like there are other kids, and that's fine. But yeah, calling. I text my siblings a lot. Like Trinity keeps me updated on Snapchat. Like they all keep me
That's
updated
so
on the
sweet.
GC. We
Yeah.
have like a group chat on all the platforms except TikTok. I think we'll open one if it's possible. You
Mm-hmm.
guys, if you're hearing this, we actually have to open one on TikTok. But aside that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we've been keeping up. It's not easy being away from family, cousins, all that. Far from home. All of that.
Honestly.
But it's a beautiful experience all in all. And when you do see them, you just know you respect and value, cherish the memories, you're going to
Yeah.
create with them when you do see them. Okay. What has, being far from home taught you about independence?
Okay, that's a very nice question. I've lucky been an independent child, in as much as I mean I may not look like an independent child, but I am.
Okay, Chief.
So so I've always been like the kind of child that likes to figure out things for herself. I like to experience things. Like I'm always looking on for the next, like all this experience. Even me coming here,
Yeah.
I was the one who figured it out for myself. Like, okay, I want to come
Hmm.
here, and then like all my mom did, or like all my parents did, was just like to just like
Sponsor.
sponsor it. Yeah. So when I'm telling you that, like for me, the freedom and the independence was like crack for me. Like it was a crazy experience. I remember losing my passport when I like the first month of me being here, and I lost
Yeah.
because of I don't want to remember that experience because it wasn't a nice experience,
Whoa.
um and I lost it because of someone. I had to fix my passport myself, so I used from my pocket money to fix my passport, and I didn't tell my mom until the whole issue was sorted out. So I was so eager to be an adult, like
Yeah.
the independence and like the fact that I had freedom to do whatever. I loved it.
Mm.
Like it's oh Jesus Christ! It was like Coke for
Ooh.
me. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. So how about you,
I mean, I'll consider myself a big baby. I don't know if I want to be that independent boss lady. I feel like it's just because I don't have a choice. But then, it's part of adulthood being
Yeah.
independent.
Yeah.
So sometimes I actually like it. I've always been independent since when I was little as well, being the first child. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
I have an option to be as babied as Trinity is currently.
Mm-hmm.
I've mentioned Trinity like how many times now? She starts feeling
Shout
like
out to you,
shout out
Trinity.
to you, baby T. She feeling like she's your favorite sibling. But yeah, being independent is also. I mean, like you don't have a choice, man.
Yeah.
Damn, one doesn't have a choice. Like you have to do adult shit at adult times when it's necessary. And then sometimes I actually just want to relax and let somebody do all of that. Shout out to my parents, cause bruh, I love you guys, mom and dad. If you're listening to this, I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Love you. Mwah. Anyways, how about figuring out your identity? how's that been? How's that journey been so far? Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay, I know how I'm gonna put this in a nutshell. So when I first came here, I was very expressive.
Ooh.
I was I was one of the most anybody like shout out to all the people who got to experience me
Yeah.
like when I first came here. Like the first 2 years of my living here.
Mm.
Shout out to all of you, whether they were good experiences or they were bad experiences. Shout out
Mm.
to all of you because I mean you guys got the rawest me,
Yeah.
the rawest form of me. I was very expressive. Um, I said whatever I thought, like
Mm.
I dressed however I wanted. However I was feeling, I would express it. Like if I was angry, I would let you know I was angry. I mean, my emotions, yeah, it was, and all of that, all of it, yeah. So finding my identity, realizing that okay, there were some things I needed to do differently, like all those shocks and like realizations that I came into, they were very, very humbling.
Mm.
Like I honestly, I'll continue to say that like being in this space has been very, very humbling for me. Like my dealings with people,
Mm.
individuals, like just experiences other than like human beings, like just regular things happening to me.
Yeah.
Do you get? They've been very, very, very humbling. So I mean, I won't lie. I don't know, the experiences I've had. I'm actually looking back at them. I'm glad I had them because they've made me a better person. I have become so in love with myself right now
Period.
that I mean I wouldn't change shit about me. I wouldn't change anything about those experiences
Mm.
because they are what has shaped me into the person that I am right now. I'm so 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 in love with myself. I love how like I handle things. I love how I deal with things. I like how I'm sure of myself and like
Yeah.
all of that. And, like my current relationships as well.
Yeah.
I am so 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 like honestly now I won't lie. Mavi usually says that I am so la la la. I'm one of the most la la Enid from Wednesday. I am such an Enid. The only thing is okay, I'm an Enid because
You're an
I
any.
dress colorfully.
Yeah.
I am such an Enid. Like, oh my god, I may not look like an Enid, but I am so Enid. Like
Yeah.
I'm so happy, floating,
As you
chilling.
should.
Yes, because I mean I'm glad for myself that this is my current reality. I bless God for it every day.
Period.
How about you, Marie?
It's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like having to find myself it's been an interesting journey. It's been one of a kind, and I bless God for how far He has brought us as human beings. I felt like there are times where I felt shitty, in this
Yeah.
country. I remember my first party here. It was such a nasty experience.
Aww.
Having to be known as that drunk girl at first, because like back home, I'm from a very conservative home,
Yeah.
very private. Then, with alcohol, I was clueless. I didn't know shit. It had to be this babe. Uh, Shout out to you, Nancy. That's how I met Nancy. She was
Oh.
like, please, 'cause I was trying to keep my tummy flat. I usually
Oh.
I get bloated easily. As at then, I didn't know like it was hormonal. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still figuring out my body, all that, understanding how to take care of myself properly.
Yeah.
But all I knew is I just didn't want to go to that party bloated. So I thought to myself, let's not eat the entire day. Let's starve. So on getting there, they're offering drinks mixed with rouch, like I don't know if it was apple juice or pineapple or orange,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. But then I was like, oh, this is so nice. Like I was just drinking, and then the mean ass niggas or bitches back then were like, oh, who's this girl? Then I just had this full on breakdown.
From one bottle to another bottle.
It just kept on increasing. And so I thought to myself, I was so confused and I was not pissed at myself because I was like, why is this happening to me? Like, I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't know what was happening up until she said, oh, she asked me that question, like, had you eaten the entire day? And I was like, no. And then she was like, oh, babes, you can't have alcohol on an empty stomach. I'm sure to her. So she's like, how did you know this? I'm like, I didn't know. I'm coming from a, I'm sure they're just like, oh, JJC, Johnny just come. That was me. And it's fine. If that's you coming into uni, that's fine. It's uni for experiences. What I would say is don't let all of these things, because all of these people were also growing back then as a year, what, 2, 3 years ago. They're still kids, like, period. Is I don't hate them, like the fact that that went viral. I really don't give a damn as well, because like this is a very small city, it's a very small country, and the black community here is what is actually small. It might be big, but it's small once they like start opening their mouths, and that didn't do anything to me, because as of now, I really sincerely do not give a shit. There's just some people that cannot handle, your current reality. So they're stuck with an old version of you, something you've outgrown. And that's not my responsibility. All I have to do, as a person, as an individual, is to keep pushing forward. How can I be a better person every day that I wake up? So yeah, shout out to those experiences. I think that's just one of the many experiences. How you said you were supposed to go to Canada? Same, girl. I didn't want to bring that up because like, I already have that on my channel. But then for those, anybody could be listening to this, might not know me personally or might not know my other account. But yeah, I was supposed to go to Canada and study my nursing. And then the only reason why I came here was just strictly for nursing. No, for medicine, because they don't do medicine in Canada.
Yeah.
So as per like proper 6 years
Yeah.
straight, you have to have like a first degree in something else, and then
that's true.
Yeah, medicine is just like 4 years, like additional. And then I was like, hell no, I'm just gonna go 6 years straight. It's easier here. And then I did my research upon research, and that's how I ended up in Debrecen for college. Then that didn't work out. I had to move to Pitch. That also didn't work out. So I feel like I've been moving. But I think it's all parts of the experiences, just leading up to this point, because God knows what He's doing. If something doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. And that's the thing with uni. Lots and lots of experiences. It's gonna be eye opening.
We're young.
And you're young. Time is on your
our side.
Don't let the world deceive you, babes. Or nigga. Or anyone listening. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so Marvel, what would be your advice for those who, are homesick or Johnny just come, or just entering uni for the first time, just having to leave their home for school? Yeah. Or just maybe for a new job. It's not necessarily like students.
Okay.
Niche, just like maybe just leaving your home to and the different environment to start life of greener pastures.
Okay. Do things that would remind you of home. Surround yourself with like people who really like you for like you, like you as a human being. Because I feel like there's nothing more genuine than being around people who really like you, because that love you get from them will sort of remind you of like the love that you get from your family. So I feel like you should really surround yourself with those kind of people, because that's what has kept me going. I've kept myself with like people who really love me and people who really care about me genuinely, that have like sort of reminded me of home. And then like I try my very best. I watch Nigerian movies and I listen to Nigerian songs. I keep up with social media, all of that. Also too, another advice I would like to give to people is also broaden your horizon. Like, in as much as, yes, you try to keep the community so you don't feel homesick, go out there, look for things, mix with white people, make friends, make connections, trust me, make connections, do things you like, explore your hobbies, explore yourself, like, get to know yourself better, all these kind of things, like make friends, meet people, go for events if you can. Put yourself out there if you're like someone who is into social media space, content creation. If you're creative, put yourself out there. That's one thing I really want to say, because I won't lie, it's not just black people. Sometimes I feel like the help that black people or like people in this
Limited.
is, yeah, in this country, because we are a community, and when we come here we're just like students or work, so we don't really have much influence in this environment. So I would feel like you should make friends outside like our community,
Yeah.
outside our race, because I mean they could help. Because I won't lie, white people, they can be very genuine, they can be very free at heart, especially when you meet the right ones. So yeah, this is my advice.
So basically, don't be afraid to make friends outside your race
Yeah,
and outside your community. I feel
period.
like my advice would be have an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have an open mind. Um, be hopeful, and if you just happen to have a bad day, it's not a bad life. Learn how to navigate stress and the daily frustrations of living
Yeah.
as breathing, as a breathing being, learn to navigate all of that and be ready for those frustrating experiences, because it's
Yeah.
not always going to be rosy just because you have the you have the freedom now
Mm-hmm.
away from your parents or like all of that. Or you're an adult that's just, moving to a new country for greener pastures, like maybe for work. Just have an open mind. You never know. Maybe, yeah, anything can happen. Go with the flow
Yeah.
and be courageous, be bold, be strong, also have boundaries, have standards, have what you want and figure yourself out. Do that intentional work on yourself. If you're a teenager listening to this, do the intentional work on yourself. Is it, the fact that you don't have a routine, you don't brush your teeth twice a day, the morning and before going to bed.
Yeah.
Do things to intentionally better yourself.
Yeah.
Every day is a gift from God to be a better human being. Because of time, we have to summarize this episode, and now I'm just going to talk about what home means to us right now. So, what does home mean to you, Marvel?
I mean, this is a tough one. I won't
Yeah.
lie.
Should I go first, or
Yeah, go first, please. Let me think.
Okay. What home means to me right now, as someone who is homesick, I would say home is where you're loved, where you're valued, where you're a priority. Where home is a place where there's no belittling.
Yeah.
There's more support.
Yeah.
There's so much love. There's kindness.
Genuinity.
There's sincerity. Like the people that surround you want the best for you. That's home. That you feel some sort of security, some sort of protection, all of that. That is home. People you can always count on, people that can love you, people that, when you're having a bad day, you call them and immediately they're putting a smile on your face. People that support your dreams instead of get envious or try to belittle you or make you feel small. People that enjoy, watching you grow, not people that want you to be stuck with the old version of yourself. People that want to keep you stuck in your past, and people that just have this old, mentality, and they want you to remain that way so that they can always feel better than you. So yeah, a home is a place where you feel safe.
Yeah.
So if the people around you don't make you feel safe, leave. And you can always move into a new apartment. What about you?
I feel you. That's deep and that's factual.
Yeah.
That's pure facts right there. For me, home is, you said most of it, I'm not gonna lie. Home is where I can feel safe. Home is where I feel free to be myself.
Yeah.
I feel free to express myself without being judged, without being without someone feeling like I'm talking down on them, or like like for me, home is also where I feel loved. Yeah, because for me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't play about when someone shows me love. I don't play about it. So any form of love or affection I feel from someone, because I know that like people's hearts these days are very, very, very dark. So like
Tell me about
for
it.
me, I feel some sort of homeliness from people when they show me love, when they show me kindness, when they show me compassion. So like I want to say like shout out to all the people around me lately
Hey,
that have shown me love in some form or
form.
manner. You guys are amazing. I bless God for bringing you guys my way. You guys are beautiful people. As much as sometimes we as Nigerians we have some toxic behaviors, but I mean I
Tell me
wouldn't
about it.
trade being a Nigerian or like having Nigerians around me because that relativity is just something that
Yeah.
I
You can't
can't
find
change. You can't
anywhere
find
else.
anywhere. So for me, yeah, I would like home for me as well. One of like my home like is Marvi. Yeah, and like
Oh, guys, I wasn't expecting
yeah, no,
that.
yeah. So like Marvi is serious home for me, like my comfort zone. You
Here,
get
oh,
yes, like
that's
I'm not gonna
cool.
lie.
Home is your comfort zone.
Yeah, home is my comfort zone because I am such a Marvi literally nicknamed me comfort. Like my because I am someone who loves their comfort so much.
Yeah.
I will never leave. I love my home. If you know, trust me, yeah, if I'm leaving my home, know it's important. You need to know
Yeah.
that it's very, very important because
We're such home
I'm
buddies.
such a homebody. We are such homebodies. We love our house, we love our space. So like for me to home is where I live. So I'm very, very particular about my space, my house, where I
Yeah.
live in, because
Your
it's just yes,
sanctuary
it's my sanctuary. It's where like I just breathe. I
and
just
dwell.
exist. I just get to be myself. So
Mm.
that's home for me. And I'm very particular about my home. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, that's so cute. I wasn't expecting the ending. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. You too. You're my safe space, and I love you
I
very
love you
much.
too, Munchkin.
Oh. You guys, I think on Wednesday, friendship. But
Oh.
either way, guys, like I said, you can always move into new apartments. And no, I'm not talking about apartments. I might talk about this in deeper details in the next episode. But for now, this is it. I'll see you guys in the next episode. We are available on Spotify, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
For now, strictly YouTube. Anyways, bye.
Bye.